So that's that, folks. Sermon needs to live up to his promise and face his own flesh and blood. Sermon mentioned earlier that he needs to teach his son a lesson and how to be a real American hero? I don't know, it's corny, but Metaphor versus Eric Samoy for the YouTube title at Survivor Series. This match was just set 5 minutes ago. Blake versus Antonio at Survivor Series. Another match that was just set. Own flesh and blood applies here too. Two brothers going at it over a disagreement. And wow, that's going to be an interesting match. And the tag team match, Adam Holt and Prototype, the tag team champions, going up against the Misfits. But oh my god! Oh my god, the match just changed, ladies and gentlemen. Now it's Adam Holt versus the Misfits. What the hell is he going to do? We'll figure that one out, but the Women's Championship is also going down. First ever Women's Championship match happening at Survivor Series. You gotta be there. And what else? The Elimination Chamber. That's right, the Elimination Chamber is happening, ladies and gentlemen. We don't have our sixth participant, Papu Papu. Wesley Underhook, Prototype, Brent, and Tyrant. And one more man, we don't know who that is, but we're going to have to figure it out soon, I can only imagine. Jesus Christ, that was a mouthful. And here we go with our main event on ECW tonight. Papu Papu coming out to the ring. We have Papu Papu and Brent, who was just in a match. We'll see how he fares out there, but whatever. If Brent can't handle the heat, he should have thought of that when he came out and face Sermon Bundy. But you gotta do what you gotta do to get into the Elimination Chamber. It's good initiative on Brent's part to come out and take that opportunity, because it definitely worked out for him. Papu Papu, we didn't see him in action last week, but he's here this week, and he's going to be in the main event at Survivor Series, and wow, he is one tough cookie, folks. We all know Papu Papu is not a force to be reckoned with, especially when you get into the ring with him. In the ring, out of the ring, don't mess with this guy, hands down. But his partner, who was just in a match, Brent, and it's already scary thinking about it, Brent and Papu Papu on the same team, but on the other end, you have Tyrant and Wesley Underhook. All four men are in the main event at Survivor Series, so this is going to be interesting to see. And here comes Brent back out for a second time tonight. Wow. You have to imagine the endurance that it involved to just go through one match, and this guy's going through two. Here he comes again. Brent, one of four possible future champions for the ECW. So it's going to be interesting to see how it fares out in the ring, because we all know all four of these men are going for the same thing. Brent coming down to the ring. If you just joined us, Brent and Prototype are now in the main event at Survivor Series. We have a few more. Whoa! Jeez! We have a few more matches added to the card for Survivor Series as well. And how about that, folks? I didn't get to touch on it that much, but Adam Holt and Prototype are apparently no longer defending the titles. It's going to be Adam Holt going up against Piss and Flair from the Misfits. So it's a handicap match, but the tag team titles are still on the line. How's that going to work out? I guess with Prototype in the main event, you can't put the guy in two matches. So that's going to be interesting. And here comes the other side, Wesley Underhook. He's going to be teaming with Tyrant in the main event. And you got to remember, I don't think any of these guys like the other guy. So teamwork is not going to be an issue in this match. I have a feeling it's just going to be an all-out brawl between the two teams. And when I mention brawl, folks, Wesley the Bruiser Underhook comes to mind, because this guy can duke it out, I'll tell you that. I've mentioned it every week. Every time this guy's in action, I say it, and I'll say it again. Don't get into a fist fight with this guy, because he will beat you. Wesley Underhook pulling out a victory last week on Eric Samoid, who is now in a match with Metaphor for the YouTube title. That's going to be another good match. The card is stacked, folks. It's going to be a good night. And here comes the fourth and final person in this match, Tyrant. Now last week, folks, I promised you that we would announce the date of Survivor Series, so here it is. Listen closely. October 4th. Survivor Series is happening on October 4th. It will be posted on YouTube for all to see. We hope to see everybody there. October 4th, Saturday, October 4th, 2008. You got the YouTube title going on the line with Metaphor versus Eric Samoid. You have the Women's Championship being introduced to ECW, may I add. You got Dixie versus Kimberly Page in there. You got Blake versus Antonio, a rivalry that's been going on oddly due to a very small disagreement. You have George versus Sermon Bundy, father versus son match. Apparently he needs to teach George something about being an American hero. We'll find out more about that, I can only imagine. We have a handicap match now. Due to Prototype being in the main event, we have a handicap match, and the tag team titles are still on the line. The Misfits are going up against Adam Pulp. That's Piss and Flair going up against Adam Pulp. And last but not least, the Elimination Chamber. Tyrant, Brent, Wesley Underhook, Papu Papu, and Prototype, and one more man. I can only think we're gonna find out later tonight or maybe next week who that competitor is. But getting to the task at hand here, the main event, Wesley Underhook and Papu Papu kicking off this match. You got Brent and Papu Papu going up against Underhook and Tyrant, and pretty even match. And to be quite truthful with you, look at this. Both competitors, no, Papu Papu going over to Brent, didn't tag him though, and getting out of the ring as soon as Tyrant comes. Look at that. Tyrant now going up to Brent, and look at this. Oh, and he kicks Brent off the side of the ring, and Papu Papu capitalizes and gets right in Tyrant's grill. Wow. Pretty good strategy there, I must say, by Papu Papu, getting Brent to be the decoy, you could say. Doesn't seem to work now with Tyrant throwing him in the corner. Papu Papu gets out of the corner there, and a double axe handle right there. All four of these men in a couple weeks will be battling it out with one. Holy shit! An STO there by Papu Papu, and this could be it. All four of these men will be in the ring in the Elimination Chamber battling it out against one another, so you got to imagine this whole team thing can't be going down well with any of them. And just a reminder that this is not a normal tag match, this is an elimination tag match. So Brent and Papu Papu now showing some teamwork with a tag, and maybe not. Papu Papu misses, hits Brent right in the back of the head. Brent now running into the corner and misses the forearm smash, but gets a punch in and a headlock takedown by Brent. And a pin here. We could have a 3 count. 2 and what? No. Not going to go down that easy. Mick McMichaels here, folks, live on ECW. Thank you for tuning into the show tonight. And a wow. Sort of a advanced, I don't even know what to call that, but look at Brent pose right in front of Papu Papu. Two teammates that don't get along, and you can only imagine. Underhook, oh, and a couple jabs and knocking Brent right out of the ring, and Papu Papu getting in his grill. And look at this! Oh my god! Some high fly movement there by Wesley Underhook. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen him pull that off. Everybody on the outside now. We don't want another double count out, because that would, frankly, that would suck. Don't go away, folks. We got the main event. We'll be right back.